Hey, Professor Brewster.
Ah, Terry, I see you got my email. Why don't you come on in, have a seat.
Yeah, it didn't say much, just that you wanted to see me in person.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of old school like that. Some people are under the impression that email is a substitute for face-to-face interactions, but in my opinion, when it comes to certain matters, email or the written word is for cowards. Which leads me to this letter. Now, you realize this is the first piece of writing I've received from you all semester.
Right, yeah. And I know that, and I'm sorry. The season's been crazy. We've been traveling all over the place. I got my daughter. I'm just trying to make things work with the family. And the semester just kind of got away from me. I'm hoping that you'll understand.
Well, what I don't understand is why you waited till the last week of school to come to me. I mean, if you'd come to me earlier, I would have been able to help. But at this point, with 1 week left in the semester, what do you expect me to do?
I don't understand what you mean.
What I mean is, there's no way you get a C- or better in this course. I mean, I'm sorry, that's just not gonna happen.
Look, I'm playing ball next year. You probably know this, and I need at least a C to do that.
A C-.
Whatever.
Well, if that's the case, I guess you're not playing ball. Look, I mean, even if I graded you on this letter that you gave me, with your misspellings, your inability to maintain standard letter format, and your constant syntactical error, not to mention that the overall appearance of the letter making it look like you wiped your ass with it, you'd still get an F.
Look, Professor Brewster, I'm no bookworm, okay? I never have been. All right, but ball is all that I have. You can't take that away from me, not like this.
I know you want to put this on me, Terry. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other people who are going to want to put this on me. But you did this to yourself. I mean, you have to realize, I'm at the beginning of my career. I don't even have my PhD yet. And you're coming to me asking me to let you skate like this. Let's say that I did. Let's say that you lead us to a national title. Unlikely. Let's say you make it to the NBA. Are you going to remember me then? Is the university going to pop a Christmas check in the mail because I helped the star basketball player graduate? No. The truth is, Terry, when I'm taking time out of my busy schedule next semester to help you graduate, the only person who's going to know that is you.
Look, I'm not asking for any favors. I'll do the work.
Giving you an opportunity to do the work is a favor. I understand, Terry, that it's difficult for student athletes. But I'm afraid you've made some miscalculations and they're going to cost you direly in this situation.
So you're not gonna help me out with this situation?
If I did that, I'd be the one who'd have to live with it. Nobody else. And I got enough problems of my own. I don't need anybody else's.
I came to you in humility. You didn't respect that. Now, I don't know everything. I don't know all the big words, okay? But I do know this. Everybody respects something.
What's that supposed to mean? Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
That Barack Hussein Obama's really fucking up this country.
Better watch who you say that around.
You see? That's what I'm talking about. The one thing I hate is how everyone around here has to be politically correct.
I think somebody has a short-term memory. The economy was already bad enough, and the war was already out of control. How do you think he got elected?
Nobody's faulting the guy, but a broken promise is a broken promise.
Ah, you bum!
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm not voting for a Republican. I'm sorry.
Reagan, what are you talking about? Just because he's a politician doesn't mean that he can't have integrity. In his last term, he said he was going to make some changes, and he didn't. Change? What's changed? The only thing that has changed is the color of the guy that's dishing out all that bullshit. It's still bullshit.
You know you're in trouble when comedians have to start apologizing for things they say. I'm just saying.
I think the homophobia in this country is a bit ridiculous.
What? You can't say faggot?
Come on, Jordan.
What?
That is one of the worst things that you can say these days.
I think the worst things you can say is the N word.
Like, who decides that stuff? Is there some committee that sits around and they rank the degree to which a word offends and therefore determines the appropriateness of everyday use?
You know, profanity is illegal in most cities these days. Though it's a law in the books, it's rarely enforced.
Speaking of the N-word, where's Duquesne?
Now, Reagan, see, that was just ignorant.
I'm not implying that's what he is. I'm just saying that if the subject matter is the worst thing you can say to offend somebody, which it is, then he, out of all people, is to be offended by that particular word. Hence, that word given this context is an obvious segue into inquiring as to his whereabouts.
He's at home working on his dissertation.
Not a sports fan? Where did you two meet?
They had a crush on each other in elementary school. Then he went away and they were reunited when he came back here for grad school.
Now, how do you have a crush on somebody in elementary school?
This guy sounds like a real winner. Doesn't like sports, crushing on elementary school girls. How big is his Star Wars collection?
Are you sure he's at home working on his dissertation?
More like masturbation.
Yeah, the Princess Leia in her bikini slave outfit thing.
Oh!
No,
Oh my
but
God.
but seriously, where is he? You two not getting along or something?
He's working on his dissertation.